I didn't catch your name.
Napoleon.
Oh, that's a cool name.
Yeah.
What would you like to tell future students?
Come on, they're in the place are such nice people, and they're willing to work with you. Even if you don't have the funds now, you can break it up into two. We have 4,005 later on the course, but they're very nice people.
ACRP?
Yeah.
I already know what you're gonna ask. I already know it. It'll be good. 2 years or a year and a half, right? How long is it? Two?
Yeah.
We've had students do that, and they wait the time it takes, and then they'll get certified. ACRP is good for like coordinators. If you for CRA, it's SOPRA, but you can do ACRP for CRA also. I don't have a preference, but ACRP's we're getting most of our employees ACRP certified at some point. Carlos next. You gotta get ACRP certified. I've heard from other site owners. I used to not believe in it as much, but I've heard from other site owners that they've hired ACRP certified people, and it's like night and day difference in the quality. So,
well, trust me, it's not really about the certification. You can have the certification and no experience, you know.
No, you need the experience.
Have work experience.
For ACRP, you need 2 years of experience on your CV to take it, or like a certain number of hours, which is like practically 2 years.
Or the education.
But it could be internship too. They don't really ask you internship or paid. It's just you can put it on there. So for you guys, I did the CV, or I will do you guys' CV. The meter's running like from January when you took the class, unless you joined the class even before January. You guys joined like in November or something?
I joined in January.
January.
I joined last year. Yeah.
December. Okay. November. That's right. That's right.
So you put January there.
Change it. I'm gonna give you the website where you can do that. Yeah. It's really easy, and you can make a bunch of changes. I think you have to pay $20 a year for that thing, but it's worth it. It's called Novo Resume, and I wish I was an owner. I'm not an owner of Novo Resume, but it's really good. I use it for my own CV. If you do that, you can do anything in any clinic in your area, and you're gonna start with the one we're putting you in touch with, because she needs help with recruitment. Every site needs help with the recruitment. So if you start with there, but then you're also, while you're doing that, you're gonna learn all the other stuff at her site. And then as she starts hiring people, you're gonna be involved. Like that's exactly what happened with our first student in our first class. His name, he was in our first class from 2016. We put him to intern. Started with patient recruitment, then he started doing everything else at that site. Then she hired him to manage the site, and now he manages all the interns, trains all the new staff. That's his job, and now he can go to any site and get any job he wants. But now they're trying to keep him there, right? It's like once they value you, they'll do anything to keep you there. So if you start with patient recruitment when you go to this client's office in Cleveland, just tell her you know how to recruit patients. It's not hard. And you can even put Craigslist ads and get patients to call or to email you from Craigslist. And then you already have patients, for her studies. And you can find out exactly what studies she has from Chris, from me, but I don't really know. Do you know what studies she has? The one in Cleveland?
She gets a lot of her studies on her own.
She does psych?
Yeah. She gets a lot of her studies on her own.
So Napoleon's going to get psych experience then.
Yeah. Good.
And then you start meeting the monitors, and then you'll be like, Carlos, you don't want to be a monitor anymore. Because they're stressed out, right? What made you not want to be a CRE?
The traveling and it doesn't look like. I think they give them more work that they can actually do. A lot of them.
Yeah. It's a lot more stressful than people think it is.
Yeah, because I see them working. I see them working on the weekends, in the evenings.
Late at night.
We call them at 8 and they answer because they're still working.
Yeah.
5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5 o'clock, sending out emails.
We gotta get you ACRP certified.
Yeah?
ASAP. Hey Chris, we gotta get Carlos ACRP certified. Like if you're the CRA, you can complain about the site, or the site can complain about the CRAP. And if it's a key opinion leader and they complain about you, then they'll move you somewhere else. Because they're the ones that have a lot of influence amongst other doctors. So if they, you want to keep them happy, the key opinion leaders. And oftentimes those are the worst sites to monitor because they know that and they're like, we'll just do whatever we feel like. And then you have to work extra hard as CRA for those sites, but there's nothing you can do.
I see a lot of good potential CRAs going. I mean, they seem to get hired afterwards, so I guess it's working for them.
Well, what would you like to tell future students?
And, I think a lot they might start out wanting to be a CRA, but there's other jobs out there, and those might be better for them. It might be less stressful or require things that they're better at. It might just be a better fit, even in terms of hours.
So CRA Academy is a good deal.
Yeah, I would say so.
What do you think of CRA Academy?
I definitely enjoyed being a student at this academy. I think that both Dan and Chris are excellent instructors, and the other instructors as well. Shanae was amazing. We just had a great time, discussing the different topics in the classes. They were very responsive when it came to, our questions and our emails. They've just been an enormous help, and not just with the academic part, but with job searches and resumes and all of it. Really, they've just been incredibly helpful. I highly recommend it. It's been a great experience. I've really enjoyed it.
Do you think they prepared you well?
For the industry, absolutely, yes. I think that they definitely focus on the most important topics. Obviously, there's a lot of things to learn, but they definitely teach you the absolutely most important ones to know going into a job. And yeah, like I said, they just help you out with just preparing for any job really in the field, not just CRAs, but I think obviously they focus mostly on the CRA direction, but really anything. I think it's very helpful.
What makes a good monitor?
What makes a good monitor? That's a good question. A good monitor is a helpful monitor. A monitor that goes to the site. Of course, that's a monitor, but is helpful at the same time. There's monitors that are friendly, but once you have a question, they don't have an answer for you. They're not helpful. So they can answer your question at the moment when you're needing an answer. So it takes them a while to find an answer for you. A good monitor is the one that goes to your site and sometimes is a little bit pushy about deadlines for documents that need to be sent over, and I'm talking about documents like regulatory documents. They tend to remind you every few hours that this document hasn't been sent over to her or him. But that also helps you because those are the monitors that are the most helpful. When you have a question, they have an answer for you. Why? Because they're on top of everything. They have answers when you have a question. At that moment, they can answer your question. I can't think of anything else at the moment, but I think those are the best monitors, the most helpful ones, and work along with you. They don't go there as a police monitor. They go there to help you and work with you. Those are the best monitors. I know monitors work more than 40 hours a week. Sometimes I have a question at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., and they answer the phone, which means they're still working. Or they send emails at 5 o'clock in the morning, and it's Pacific Standard Time. They're not in the East Coast. So if you are thinking of being a monitor, just have in mind that monitors work a bunch load of hours. So if you don't want to work that long, maybe being a monitor is not for you. I think that's it.
And what about, what are the rewards of the job?
If you like to travel, you're going to travel to places maybe that you've never been to. I know I have a monitor that she had a site in Hawaii. She lives in California, and she had a site in Hawaii, and she loved to go to that site because otherwise she says she wouldn't go to Hawaii if it wouldn't be for monitoring. So if you like to travel, then monitoring is for you, but you have to put those extra hours. I think that's it.